stories for you. Firstly, viewers, I have a video clip for you. The video clip shows IDPs from Wollo region of Amhara, North Wollo. There is presence of TDF in North Wollo and large number of residents of this region. They have fled Wollo and they are mostly in Dasi and Cambodia. We have been discussing humanitarian disaster in Tigray. In several previous videos, I informed you about the crisis in Tigray. This crisis has spread into Amhara, into far views. We didn't discuss much about the worsening humanitarian crisis in Amhara region. The video which I'm going to show you is an indication that people in Wollo are suffering too. Secondly, viewers, Getachew Reda, TPLF leader, spokesperson of Tigray's president, has issued a message for Tigrayan diaspora. He has suggested something for Tigrayan diaspora. We'll talk about that. And lastly, we have some updates from Dasi and Shifra fronts where TDF has made some gains. Firstly, viewers, so Wollo, I've been saying that if this war goes on, humanitarian disaster which we're seeing in Tigray will spread into Amhara, Afar regions. In fact, it is already spreading into Amhara region. People in Wollo, in Himra, they are also in dire need of aid. No aid is arriving in Wollo and North Wollo and Himra as well. I want to show you a video. The video shows IDPs from Wollo zone. You can see lots of women, children. Just have a look at their faces. You'll see what these IDPs have gone through. Watch the video, viewers.
ዛሬ እናቶች እያለቀሱ ነው። የዛን ሰዓት አንተ ስለናትህ ስትናገር ብዙ እናቶች አንተን ወደውሃል፣ ብዙ ህፃናቶች አንተን ወደውሃል። ዛሬ ግን እያለቀሱ ነው። እባክህን አሁንም ሲያጠፋ መንግስት ሊያጠፋ ይችላል። ሲያጠፋ ቆንጥጡ ያልከውን ቃል አስታውሰው። ከዛ በኋላ እነዚህ እናቶች ዞር ለተመልከት። እነዚህ አባቶች የእውነት ትናንትና ደስ ብሎኝ ነው ያደርኩት በቢላን ትምህርት ቤት። ዛሬ ሙሉ ቀን ከነሱ ጋር ደስ ብሎኝ ነው ያልኩት። ደስ ብሏቸው ነበር ከነሱ ጋር ያልኩት። እዚህ ጋር ደግሞ ሲመጣ የሚያም ነው። የሁሉ ህፃናት ወዴት ነው የሚወጣው? ፀሐይ፣ ብርድ፣ ከዛም አልፎ ጅብ ምንድን
Humanitarian disaster which we are seeing in Tigray is now being replicated in Amhara and Afar regions. This situation will worsen if this war goes on. That is why we should call for peace. Secondly, was Getachew Reda, spokesperson of Tigray's president, a short while ago, issued a statement on his Twitter and Facebook accounts. The statement is a sort of message for Tigrayan diaspora. He says that militarily TDF is in a good position and in a very short period of time TDF will achieve its military objectives. Everything is gone for Ethiopian National Defense Force. He is again saying what he said yesterday, that ENDF has collapsed. But he says that Tigrayan diaspora must continue its diplomacy and media work to ensure that siege is lifted, which Tigray is under. He says that our struggle will go on until we finish those who have killed our children or they sit for talks. We have been hearing since yesterday from TDF channels, TPLF leaders that ENDF is finished. Ethiopian Federal Forces, they have lost their fighting capabilities. Where does not speak much words. He is one of those TDF channels who are very cool-headed, very calculated sort of channel. And yesterday he gave us numbers that 70 to 80% of ENDF divisions who were participating in this offensive, they have been destroyed. And partly I would say their claims correspond with what's happening on the ground. TDF is making gains, definitely. But is ENDF about to collapse in coming days? That's very hard to say. We have seen that in the past that TDF was about to enter Dassi. TDF was about to reach Debre Tabor. TDF was about to reach Gondar city. Then we saw counteroffensives and TDF had to retreat. It suffered losses as well. Let's see what happens this time. Last reviewed some updates from Dassi and Shifra fronts. Shifra is now under TDF confirmation from all sides, even Afar news sources, Amhara news sources, all are now confirming that Tigray Defense Force is in control of Shifra town. Question is, where will TDF move from Shifra? Will it move towards Mile, towards Ethiopia Djibouti road? Will it remain just in Shifra? Secondly, Wichale, which is just 50 to 60 kilometers away from Dassi. We have some updates from Wichale as well. I told you about Ejersa 2 days ago, that TDF had gone past Ejersa. Ejersa is to the east of Wichale, viewers. And TDF had crossed Ejersa towards Haik. TDF was at the same time shelling Vergasa and Wichale as well. Now, reportedly, Tigray Defense Force has launched a ground offensive to take control of Wichale. Fighting is being reported in the vicinity of Wichale. If TDF takes Wichale, it will be 50 to 60 kilometers away from Dassi. And it's moving towards Bati as well, towards Kambolcha. And it has its units positioned close to Haik as well. Pressure is increasing on Dassi. TDF will move towards Dassi from more than one direction. These gains indicate that TDF is definitely advancing towards Dassi. People say, Sajid, you've been saying for months TDF is advancing towards Dassi. Yes, I'll keep on saying if it's happening on the ground. TDF is moving towards Dassi. If it faces resistance, it might retreat. Then we could see it once again advancing. That has been happening for the past few weeks. Let's see what happens this time. Nothing for watching.